Hello everyone, SJ Mapler here, and today, Risk of Rain, gameplay and commentary. I'm currently playing on normal mode with the Enforcer and a second run with the Commando, I believe. I can't remember the class name. The first one you get. And the reason there are two runs in this video is one, because I want to show you a variety of classes, and two, because this game is difficult and challenging, and I'm very bad at it, and I died pretty quickly in both runs. So yeah, today's topic, why? And I know that's pretty big, vague. Just it could apply to anything. It's a large topic, quite gargantuan. The question why, you know, is a huge part of our existence. We ask why in order to start a train of thought, why to examine something, why to research something, why to discover something. Why is pretty big. And initially, I was going to talk about why do I play video games, and maybe why some other people play video games, because it's hard, like, not that it necessarily has to be justified, like, why does it have to be justified, but, you know, it's just interesting to examine, like, why do we play video games? Why do we go out for entertainment? Why do we look for distractions, or procrastinate, or, like, just don't do things, or do things that are weird or different? Or why are things weird in the first place? Why are the things we do considered weird at all? Like, there's a lot of ways you could go about this, but I can't summarize why I play video games, and like, I'll touch on that topic as well, but also the topic of why in general. Yeah, I can't speak for everyone when I say why I play video games. I'm sure there's a lot of reasons that could be similar to other people, but, like, there's no universal answer for, like, living life, doing what you do, having entertainment. Everyone's got their own reasons, their own stories, their own personalities. You know, it's who they are? Question mark? I don't know. But, yeah, so why do I play video games? Well, when it comes to video games, I mean, of course, there's the obvious entertainment factor. They could be used for relaxation. They could be used for. I hear a lot of people saying that, like, they can be an escape. You know, help you just get away from it all, from reality, from issues. They just help you enjoy a world that's not necessarily reality? Question mark? I don't know. I don't know why I'm emphasizing my question marks either. I mean, I kind of do, actually, because I'm not sure if I'm coming off, if the rhetorical questions are coming off. Kind of silly, but that's besides the point. Yeah, so, I mean, when I play video games, I don't really feel they're an escape, like people say. I feel they're more. It's hard to explain. Like, why do you listen to movies? Why do you listen to movies? Why do you watch movies? Why do you read books? Why do you listen to music? You know, why do you make videos? Why do you make commentaries? You know, and of course, there's many reasons. Yeah, so I don't really see them games as an escape for me personally. I see them as, like, for experiences which I could have and which share qualities that I can, you know, invest myself in, and I guess that's kind of similar to the escape thing. I don't know. It just doesn't quite nail it, you know. Like, if I find a game to be heartwarming and I'm playing it because of that heartwarming factor. Of course, there's so many different types of games. You can't even, like, say why you play games in general, I guess. You have to specify, but yeah, if I'm playing a game because it's heartwarming, I'm playing it for the heartwarming quality, which is very, very close to home for me. That's very real. You know, the need to like enjoy something heartwarming. That's not an escape. That's me coming home. That's me being comfortable, you know. Like it might have been a bit abstract, but trying to get across is that like I don't know. I think games have a lot of more human elements in them because they're made by humans, perhaps. But instead of music and movies and books, like I enjoy seeing the ideas and ideas and concepts which people come up with whatever their mediums are, and whatever, like, even the mediums themselves are like concepts and ideas made by human beings. I mean, I'm not trying to get away as much as I'm trying to enjoy myself in what humanity has to offer. I don't know. It's a bit convoluted, that whole explanation, that whole ordeal. But like, why? Why do I feel a need to justify, to explain, like, why I play games? I mean, I guess it's very possible that you do something without like really understanding it or questioning it. But like, the ability to question is really cool. It's really interesting, and it kind of builds up more, you know? I mean, it's changed the world multiple times. It's changed people multiple times. It's like if someone wanted to discover something by asking why, it was then researched into, and then hopefully results came up. Sometimes, like, some questions are still going on. Some questions have been going on for thousands upon thousands of years, and some questions like may never even be answered. Who knows? But yeah, like when you start off on a train of thought, like, an easy thing to ask is why. Why, like, why are forks four-pronged all the time? I mean, not all forks are four-pronged, but, you know, well, why is the standard 4 prongs? Is that the most efficient number? Will we benefit from a 5th prong or a 3rd prong? I mean, why? But yeah, that's just a little thing. We're now moving on to the Commando gameplay. I do slightly better in this one than I do in the Enforcer gameplay, but yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in that Enforcer run. I got a bunch of items, and I kind of just stood still and let myself be eviscerated by hostile alien life. Very unpleasant. Did not like that. 6 minutes too. I think it could have lasted a bit longer than 6 minutes, but besides the point. Here I do a lot of little fancy jumps. It's pretty. I really do enjoy the fancy jumps. I think this is the fancy jump one. But yeah, just look out for those fancy jumps. Yeah, like that one. Those little things where you go in the air and do a little mid-air flip. Those are really fun to do. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people try to rationalize why they do what they do. That's not always necessary, and of course, like, that sometimes it is, I guess. When I was approaching this topic, why, I was also considering, like, why are certain things considered so pointless, such as gaming, right? Like, how is gaming less valuable than listening to a song or watching a movie or TV show? What makes gaming the black sheep of it all? And of course, I don't think it necessarily applies to gaming just because it's gaming, because I'm pretty sure TV was ridiculed when radio was around, and I don't know, radio was ridiculed. I'm pretty sure, like, when a new medium pops up, that people are maybe initially hostile towards it, like when virtual reality becomes a thing, if it becomes a thing, that's gonna be a bit much to get used to, but I don't know. Maybe gaming, I think I'm underrating gaming. I think a lot of people play games. I think a lot of people understand why they play games. You know, everyone has their own reasons, and there are benefits to, like, playing games, but again, it depends on who you are, what type of games you play. There's no, like, I don't think there's any direct scientific correlation to, like, playing a game making you better in A, B, C, or D. I'm not quite sure, you know, but even if it did, like, even if games did make me better at, like, thinking or, like, teamwork, which I believe they do, at least for me, or, like, you know, managing time, resources, anger, you know, enjoying victories. This goes on and on. I wouldn't play games just because of those factors, right? I don't play games looking for benefits. I play well, maybe, I mean, I guess whatever your definition of a benefit is, but I play games for fun, you know? I mean, that's one of the reasons. One of many, right? And sometimes it's not always fun. Sometimes it's to be scared or to, like, learn something. I mean, it's not always about gathering an informational database from everything you do and say, you know. Sometimes it's about just learning through experience. I think that's what I'm trying to nail on the head here. I think I'm trying to say that games are experiences. If people want to experience cool and unique ideas, they should definitely do so. They can explore, and they can potentially learn and gain from such ideas and concepts in games, you know? Since they're allowed to participate within these worlds under different roles, they can enjoy themselves thoroughly and learn at the same time, you know? I mean, and not learn, and gain from their experiences at the same time. I mean, life is made up of experiences, it's made up of memories, it's made up of decisions, and all these things come into play whenever you play video games, and, I don't know, so that's one of the many reasons to play video games, but again, like, there's no universal answer. Like, if someone plays games, they should just be able to play games and enjoy it. You know, they don't have to look for all the answers. They don't have to. They can have them, of course, but, like, they could, at the same time, they can just sit back, relax, and enjoy a game for what it is, you know? Experiences are cool, games are experiences, and you can gain from them, right? So, I think when people find, like, a meaningful song or book or game, like, something that means something to them personally, that's another experience. Games are no different. I don't know. Just going in roundabout circles, and I don't know why. Well, I mean, I could hypothesize. I could guess why. And perhaps I'd be right, perhaps I'd be wrong. Who knows? Who knows? But, yeah, it's a really neat train of thought. Just wondering why things are the way they are, why you do certain things, why should you do other things, you know. Just, it all begins with the questions. Well, not everything, but, like, you know, you could start a lot of things. You could start a lot of conversations with questions, right? You can continue a lot of conversations with questions. Questions are important. Why? Because our language is built that way? I don't know. So, yeah. That's just... think about it. Yes. So... I'm gonna take a sip of water as I think. Why? I don't know why I made a slurping noise there. I really gotta... I intended to overuse the word why in this commentary, but, like, you find that the more you say it consecutively, the more it'll come up. You get, like, word momentum, and then you can't stop saying why, or whatever word you're speaking. I mean, maybe not. Maybe that's just a placebo type of thing, or some sort of habit, yeah, some sort of behavior pattern, I don't know. It's all very, very, very interesting. I had to take a break there. Well, I didn't have to, but I kind of just got lost in thought for a second. I mean, I didn't really get lost. Half of me was trying to figure out what to say, the other half was like, hey, just think for a moment, just take a break. You know, sometimes it's just good to take a break. I guess this makes that the first commentary where I've had, like, a cut, kind of. So, yeah. I think it was a necessary cut, though. Also, the word, I can't say this word. It's kind of funny. I mean, I can say it, but it's difficult. Superfluous. 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 Okay. I want to look that up because it just came across my mind. It means unnecessary. So anything that is unnecessary is apparently superfluous. Yes, okay. So that is that. That's my superfluous little tangent there. Okay, cool. Anyways, yes. So I think this question comes into play, like, when you play something like a roguelike, like, why do you play roguelike games every time you die? And this is kind of sort of a pseudo definition of what a roguelike game is, but every time you die, you lose all your progress. You start right from the beginning. You cannot carry on forward with any of the items you got, any of the levels you had. All of that is gone with your character, and you must start anew. And why would you want to start a new game or play a game where you start anew every time, you know? And that there's so many reasons when you like look into it. I mean, every single run like is entertaining, is interesting, is unpredictable, has a variety of factors which are multiplied and divided and like just kind of like changed into different sorts of adventures, different sorts of situations. In one run you could be highly defensive, in another you could be highly offensive. You could be mobile, you could heal up all the time, you could be invincible, you can be very vulnerable, and you get all that through the engaging core mechanics of a game. So that's why you would play roguelikes, because you just want an experience you can enjoy for a short burst of time, one which you can start anew again and have a completely different experience, you know, in the same world with the same type of characters. It's really cool. I also like how the genre sort of changed to adapt, to make it so it's not completely pointless to keep running through. Like in this game, and even in roguelikes like the roguelites, because some people refer to them as that as well, since you do get some sort of progression. I like how they unlock things for you that could appear on any run as you continue playing the game. So here in Risk of Rain and in The Binding of Isaac, the example I was trying to bring up was that you unlock characters by doing very specific and certain events, but you're not going to do that on your, well, you probably won't do that on your first try, and you probably won't unlock characters through like many of your runs, but like sometimes you have that one special run, you have all the things you need, and then you take it to that point and get a completely new experience. You achieve that goal, you get a new character, and that new character comes with its own attributes, which gives you an even more varied experience. So you have like incentive to work towards. It's pretty darn cool. Really do appreciate those aspects of games. Like, it makes everything feel rewarding. And another reason why people do things, I guess, because it's rewarding. Like, why is it rewarding then? Oh, because there's satisfying interaction between the person and the thing they're interacting with, you know? I mean, so many ways you could go. And even when you get an answer to the question why, even if it's a completely legitimate answer, one which like satisfies and like completes the problem of the question, there's perhaps an alternative answer which can give you a completely different experience, you know? You start thinking of something else, you do something else, and then that's a whole other like timeline of events, and you're like, whoa, life has changed, butterfly effect, maybe not, maybe the other answer, which was also right, was inconsequential, but you chose that answer anyway. It's kind of neat. I really like the enemies in this game. They're all kind of like slightly adorable, like ones that are terrifying. They're not super out there. Yeah, so that pretty much sums it up, you know? I mean, at least for now. I hope you enjoyed this commentary, And I hope you have a good day, good life, good time, good event. You get things done. You won't ask questions, maybe. I don't know. You just have a good time. Think to yourself. Think with other people. Try different types of thinking. Alright, I'm done now. Peace.